His morning crew with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
I saw this meme the other day. It said, I trust Chick-fil-A so much that I don't even check my bag. If they get my order wrong, I just assume they know what's best for me.
I don't check it either.
I know. It doesn't matter because everything's good, right? It's like whatever you put in there, I'm going to like it. I feel like I could trust them with my life. And this story is proof of that. At a Chick-fil-A in Texas, a man started choking. Another customer tried to help by giving him the Heimlich, but it just wasn't working. So Chick-fil-A employee Hunter Harris ran to the table and took care of business.
I stepped in, I took care of him, I did what I could do, and it all worked out. I just made sure that he was okay. We got him a fresh meal, and then he just went on his way.
Yeah, a fresh meal. I love that little detail. It's like, oh, we don't want you to eat the one you just choked on. We're going to get you a fresh meal. Hunter's dad owns this franchise, by the way. Was very proud, but not all that surprised because, as it turns out, this isn't the first life Hunter has saved at Chick-fil-A. Yeah, he saved somebody else a couple months ago. What? NBD, no big deal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saving lives left and right here at the station, but no one ever talks about that.
Right, because I like to tell stories that are true.
Oh, ow. That kind of hurt.
Hunter's amazing.
Yeah. Well,
Don't take away from that.
It was his pleasure.
Rob, Allison, and Jim.
DeJour Williams is 17, but he already has a booming lawn care business. He's a senior in high school, and he and his mom also run a nonprofit. It's called We Can Do Better, which I don't know if he can do better. He's pretty much at the top of his game, don't you think?
Yes.
Amazing kid. But their goal is to help people who need some extra encouragement. And so DeJour decided to help someone else get a lawn care business going. He wanted to donate a lawnmower to a homeless person, and after searching, he decided to give this lawnmower to Hosea Twiggs.
I'm in transition, like I'm on the street right now, but in transition to get, work so I can get off the streets. They didn't have to do it. All these other people here, they chose me, and I felt real, happy about the situation.
With a name like Twiggs, I mean, he's got to be in the lawn care business, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's just so many names he could call his business. That's exciting. So it's given Hosea hope for the future, knowing that someone else believes in him. And it was pretty cool because DeJour gave Hosea the lawnmower, and he's walking out of this building with the lawnmower, and a guy stops him and wants his information because he wants to hire him.
Wow.
So he didn't even walk, 20 steps before he already had his first client. So I think there's a bright future for Hosea and definitely for DeJour.
Man, I have a friend like that. When he was in high school, he had 3 crews running. Even before he can drive. He couldn't even drive one of the crews, but he had 3 crews going.
That's incredible.
I know. And now he's like, he has a huge greenhouse operation, and makes millions a year. But he's thinking about selling it and going into missions.
That's a great story.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a true story, too. And yes, he's my friend.
More than just pretty voices.
Guess what time it is?
What?
It's time for this.
Come with me to the grocery store. Oh, come with me to the grocery store. I'll meet you there forevermore. Come with me to the grocery store. Oh, I like it, you are.
So weird.
I'm going to have to shop at the discount grocery store the rest of my life because I spent a lot of money on my hair yesterday.
Oh, my goodness. More than $12.
I know. Let's not talk about it. Okay, so Rob Dempsey is gone, but he's going to be sad he missed this because it's a little bit healthy.
Oh,
I'm going to hand it to you.
Is this the one you dropped on the floor?
No, I didn't touch it. I just opened it so you couldn't read what it was.
Is this supposed to be green?
I don't know. Try it.
You try it.
No, you try it.
Why isn't yours open?
I'm looking for the Best By date. August 2018.
What?
I am spoiling you. Now try it.
Wait a minute. Those aren't lima beans, are they?
I don't think so.
You're not sure?
Well, I'll tell you after you try it. He doesn't like lima beans. That's like his least favorite thing on the planet. So, What do you think?
I taste seaweed somewhere.
It's interesting because, well, I haven't tried it yet, but it grabbed my attention because it's like a granola bar, but it's savory.
Ooh.
Have you ever had a savory granola bar?
No. I'm tasting dirt and stuff.
Oh, weird.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird. All right, well.
Lawn cuttings?
Did you know Mediterraneans have snacked on kale and pumpkin seeds for generations?
Not really. I didn't know that fact.
Well, now you do. So that's what this bar is. It's a Mediterra savory bar with kale and pumpkin seeds.
It's awesome.
Do you like it?
It's all right.
I've
I've been spoiled by sugar. There's no sugar in this.
no sugar.
And green stuff.
That's the kale. Do you know what kale is?
Yes, I
Have
do.
You ever heard of
it looks
kale?
more like beans in there. Do kales have beans? Kales.
That might. You sound so educated right now.
How many kales are in there?
I don't know how many kales are in there, but what the bean things might be the seeds that you're seeing.
I did go to college, by the way.
So if you bought one of these at like a fancy store like Walmart, you would pay $2.98.
No, Rob and I want to know, how much was it?
50 cents.
Whoa.
And it's not even expired.
And calories. I got to know calories.
Oh.
I don't care.
I didn't
about
prepare that information because you aren't Rob. 140.
140.
Not too bad.
No, I love 140.
Kind of a lot considering there's no sugar in it.
Yeah. It's all like good calories?
Yeah, that's right. It's good for you.
Oh. I got to play this again, don't I?
No.
Are you
don't.
sure?
Yeah, you don't, unless you want to.
Come with me to the grocery store. Oh, come with me to the grocery store. I'll meet you there forevermore. Come with me to the grocery store. Oh, I like it. You are.
Rob, Allison, and Jim.
You will never dance like Javon. Last week we told you about 12-year-old Javon. He impressed a Greenville police officer with his Michael Jackson dance moves. The officer posted the video on the Greenville Police Department Facebook page, and it went viral, of course. Javon was wearing this leather jacket, and he had one glove on, just like Michael Jackson. And it actually was his grandfather's glove that he uses at church when he greets, which is so cute.
A greeting glove.
It's a greeting glove. So this week, Officer Harrison and his wife decided to surprise Javon with some new Michael Jackson gear. So he's opening up the box, and inside is like the Michael Jackson hat, the sequin glove, and then he got to the red jacket, and he just lost it.
You finally got it, huh? I told you to work pay out. Come on. Come on, buddy.
Oh my gosh, why am I tearing up? Like, this is so sweet, but oh my goodness. I know he was speechless and he had his little glasses on. Oh my gosh, so cute. So also, on top of this, a local dance school is going to give Javon a scholarship this fall.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm just so touched.
Yeah, well, it's always good to see people do good things to others.
It is, and he's just so special. I'm excited for this kid.
Yeah, he's crying when he pulls the jacket out.
That's okay, Javon. I'm crying too. You're not alone.
It's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Mornings with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
Well, Copper is a service dog. I believe like a Doberman service dog. He's a service dog for Connor, 10-year-old Connor, who suffers from PTSD, anxiety, ADHD, chronic headache disorder, and nocturnal seizures.
Poor kid.
I know, he's having a rough time.
through a lot.
10 years old. So he just loves Copper, obviously. Copper loves him. And one time Copper was barking in the middle of the night and came running to a little Connor's side and just kind of laid up against him to kind of comfort him. He was having a seizure. That's the first time his parents realized he was having a seizure.
Wow.
I know. So they got quite a little bond there. Well, it turns out that poor little Copper is suffering from Wobbler's disease. It's a spinal thing. And it's an expensive operation. So Connor, at 10, is selling all of his toys to raise money for an
bless his
operation.
heart.
Isn't that touching?
That is touching.
But that's
Is it working? Is he raising the money?
Well, I'm sure you can't raise enough for the operation with just your toys unless he's got a boatload of toys like my kids. But there is a GoFundMe page now, and they're trying to their goal was to raise $2,800. And the last time I checked, they're at 17,380.
Yes. Awesome.
So that's not bad. I think they're going to make it.
I think they're going to make it. Oh, that makes me happy.
Yeah, old Copper is a good dog.
Hopefully he won't have to sell all of his toys now.
He's putting them all back real
He
quick.
can keep a couple.
Yeah. That's cute.
His morning crew.
Hey, this app, I actually have this app that I'm about to talk about.
Oh, you do?
Calm.
Look at you downloading apps.
I know.
Wow.
Well, I found a 4-year-old. He did it for me.
Okay. That explains it.
But I just saw it. I think it just showed up on Instagram or something, one of those sponsored things. And I thought, hey, it's got like this sound effects of nature or something like that. I thought, I love the sound of rain. So I just checked it out, see what it was. And then all of a sudden, there's this, you clip on there and clip on there.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, yeah. And then there's this lady's voice comes in. Make sure you're sitting in a nice posture. Now feel, all this stuff. Like, you're ruining the sound effects for crying out loud. I just like
she's
hearing your
talking over it.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a nice soothing voice. But there's also a time that there's a place where a time and a place that they tell a story to help you sleep. Now, I was listening to this on the way to work. It's probably not a good time to listening to something that
behind
wants to
the
put you to sleep.
wheel at what, 2 a.m.?
When I woke up, I was at work.
Oh my goodness.
I knew the route so well.
That's so scary.
But now, and I actually listened to one story, and I thought, I don't want to hear a story. I'm like an old grouchy man, aren't I?
Yes.
Thank you. But now they have everyone's favorite voice on there. Bob Ross, remember the guy on PBS, does a little painting,
Happy
the joy of
Little
painting?
Trees.
Yes. They got his voice on there to tell a story because people just miss his voice. Listen to it.
A lot of painting the bristles, just like with a 1-inch brush, to bring it to a nice, sharp, chisel edge. Look at how sharp it is. Boy, that son of a gun is just, you could shave with it. Maybe there's a happy tree,
Bob.
evergreen tree. He lives right there. Start with just touching the canvas.
That's
Use just the corner of the brush.
so good.
Just the corner.
Allison, wake up.
Begin pushing,
sorry.
making
Yeah,
it
he actually tells
slightly
stories on
down.
there. Like, I
See
didn't
there?
watch the show a lot. I'm sorry, because I'm an active man.
I always fell asleep when I was watching it.
He would tell stories and stuff, right? Sometimes?
Yeah.
You don't know. But I'm sure he did. Well, he's on there now telling stories. Obviously. He's,
About what?
I don't know.
Have you listened to
I've
him?
not. I listened to one and it wasn't him.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't want to go to sleep for crying out loud. But it's a brilliant idea.
I like
It's very
that
common.
idea. So story time for adults.
Yes. Yes. I just like listening to the rain. It's just a mild rain. Oh, and there's another one of nature. You hear birds and stuff like that. But I like rain. I like sitting on a porch when it's raining.
Don't take offense, but I think you could get a job with this app.
Why is that, Allison?
You have a soothing voice.
Because when I talk, you fall asleep? Is that what you're saying? Jeez.
Tune you out.
Every time I try to tell her about my problems, next thing I know, her eyes are shut. I thought she was praying.
Mornings with Rob, Allison, and Jim.
We're going to talk about, well, we found out that there's more than millennials. There's the iGen.
Yeah, we're learning new things.
That's
We
what the
keep
millennial
calling
told me anyway.
Yeah, we keep calling these guys millennials, and they're like, no, we're iGen.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Don't ask him. Don't look him in the eye. We'll be fine. There's a food critic named Adam Plate. What is it? Plate? Platt?
Isn't it plate?
I don't know. Plate. That would make sense. A food critic.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny?
But it's Platt.
Oh,
Okay. He's a food critic, and he took along his daughter, Penelope Platt, and she isn't either a millennial or an iGen. We're not really sure yet, but according to our millennials, she's an iGen.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, they went to, he's always doing these restaurants and stuff like that. Well, she kind of got on him because he's like old fashioned. He doesn't do the Instagram kind of stuff like you kids do.
Yeah.
So they went to Dana's Bakery at Upper East Side there in New York, and they did the rainbow black and white cookie. Huh? Listen to this.
I like this part. I don't like the chocolate.
Oh, you like
or white
the
part.
like the colorful dough?
Yeah.
Millennials are drawn to colors. You guys know that?
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that. It's weirdly fruity. It's not.
It's lemony.
It's not really a black and white cookie. It's not bad though. I still like it. I'll give it a 3. 3 stars and a 4 stars for originality.
I would agree.
Huh?
Well, they agreed.
They agreed, but what she did was she took all these very nice pictures, these creative pictures and stuff, and put it up there and just showed how much better her pictures are than the ones that he has posted in the past. They're just bland, she said. So she's trying to help Daddy out.
That's so nice. So he can get some likes on his Instagram account.
Yes, trying to bring him into the 21st century, apparently. But that cookie did look good.
It did look good. Can we get some of those?
I give it a 5 just for how it looks. You didn't bring any in?
No. Sorry.
Rob's not here. We can eat stuff like that.
True.
When we're talking about, we do it anyway when he's here.
Okay, that's it. Mornings with his morning crew.
We're just talking about Jim's Social Security covering his facials.
I don't get facials. Leave me alone.
No, but you deserve it. I mean, and your skin's been looking so good lately. I'm Allison, along with Jim. We're his morning crew on his radio.
Anyway, you know how when you're in the car, I'm changing the subject quickly. If you see like a spider going across the dashboard.
Oh, that's the
and
worst.
You're driving and you can't get to it and you think, and then you lose track of it.
Yes, that's so scary.
Doesn't that just upset you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a guy in Scottsdale, Arizona. He was driving along and he saw something stick out like from under his hood.
Yeah.
And he thought it was like a lizard or something. And then it kept coming and he realized it was a snake.
No.
Yeah.
While he's driving?
While he's driving. And he was kind of slithering up the windshield. And so
I feel like you're making me gasp a lot this morning.
Let me do that again. Slithering up the windshield. And then he does the old trick, which we all do when we have a snake on our windshield. Turn on the windshield wipers.
Oh.
So you can flick it off. And, of course, the snake was not doing it. So he grabs all of the windshield wipers and he goes back down. You have goosebumps?
I do. I have goosebumps.
It's so sad. So, and then he slithers back under the hood.
No, he did not. While the guy's still driving?
He did. So he pulls over and he tries to find this thing. They never did find it.
Oh.
So the snake could be
Sell the car.
still in there.
Sell the car.
and then it could be, it could have ran off like, oh, I can't believe he tried that windshield wiper trick. What a novice. Or he's probably in there somewhere because he likes that heat, right?
He's in there. He's in there.
So now every time his guy gets in the car, he's worried about, okay, where's the snake? So how does he prepare himself? This is how.
Basically, sort of giving myself a pep talk every day to say, okay, be prepared if something pops out. So that's the best I can do.
Oh. You would sell the car, you say?
Or donate it.
Donate it? I had a neighbor back when I lived in Florida. She had a snake at, I'm trying to remember how it got in the first place. I think it was something like in an aquarium they were taking to school or something like that, and it got out.
No.
And it was like coiled up underneath her seat.
No.
And she was fine. She goes, oh, it won't bother me.
I gotta be honest, Jim.
She's unusual.
I mean, I came in and there's these mouse traps everywhere. I'm like gonna start sending out my resume.
We're gonna put a mousetrap in your car.
No.
Is that all right?
No.
You're such a girl.
I am.
Mornings with his morning crew.
When Cody was born, she was super tiny. She was only 6.5 pounds. And most babies like her are double or triple that. She's not a human, by the way.
Okay.
She's an alpaca. And they're usually 15 or 20 pounds when they're born. So her owner really nursed her back to health. She let Cody live in her home. She bottle fed her. And soon, Cody's spunk emerged.
Every crisis we came upon, I did my best to bring her through it, and she did the other half. And for about a year now, she's been really healthy. She's healthy. She gained about 30 pounds in about 6 months.
Yeah, girl. So what's it like to have an alpaca in your home? I'm sure you're wondering. Well, they get hay everywhere because they love to eat hay, and hay is very messy. They do go potty outside.
They do?
Yes, most of the time. She likes to play with toys. She has a bedtime routine. It's kind of like having a big dog in the house.
Yeah, it's an unusual looking dog.
Adorable. I mean, she's got these huge eyes that just look into your soul. It's like, oh my gosh.
They actually look into your soul.
I know.
They are adorable.
They are. They're teddy bears with long necks.
You're going to get one, aren't you?
I wish. Honey, can I have an alpaca?
Tim will let you do that.
You think?
Yes. He always lets you do whatever you want, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, whatever I want.
I knew it.
Mornings with his morning crew.
You've heard of Lyft and Uber, and of course your standard taxi cab, stuff like that.
Of course,
You're
yeah.
always taking these rides, right?
Yeah. Well, we only have one car, so sometimes we need to rely on Uber.
Mm-hmm. They're not that expensive.
No.
I've done it a couple times myself.
Mm-hmm.
Very convenient. However, you like to sing. Would you sing for your ride?
And I don't have to pay?
Right.
Yes, I would totally do that.
You pay with a song. That's what's happening in Finland. There's a PR stunt from a clean energy company called Fortum. It's during a rock festival over there with like 100,000 people at this festival. Over 100,000 people, so it's a pretty big deal. But anyway, they're doing this thing called the Sing-Along Shuttle. Listen to this. People just singing their faces off in there, having a grand time. Of course, it is just the advertisement for it. But still.
Is it real? So what are you saying?
It is real.
Okay, so this is going to be possible.
Well, it's just a PR thing. I don't know if anyone's going to really do that. Because the thing is, once you stop singing, the car stops.
Oh.
So you just got to keep singing until you get where you want to go.
Your voice keeps the wheels rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. This reminds me a lot of how people dress up like cows to get free food at Chick-fil-A.
All right, this is your life, isn't it?
Yes.
You would totally do this.
And that's coming up. Mark your calendar.
My calendar?
Mornings with Rob, Allison, and
We're talking
Jim.
about drones. This happened off the Monterey Bay, off New Brighton Beach in California. You've been there a couple times, right?
I can't remember.
All right, I'm sure you have. But someone was out there with a drone, taking pictures, stuff like that. And they noticed this great white shark, which, it's kind of scary when you're at a beach. Well, there's a kayaker out there, and this great white came over near the kayak. Like, is going to take a chomp out or something. But he just kind of came over and say, "How you doing, Bill?" And then went off. This is scary. Well, and the article talked about, wow, a close encounter with a kayaker. But then the drone pans out, and it's at a beach. And it's got sharks everywhere and people on the beach. I'm a little concerned for those who decide to swim because I'd rather be on the kayak than in the water. That's
true.
Just me.
Do you think the kayaker had any idea that this was right next to them?
I would think he can see that, but I don't know. It could be just the view from the drone.
Well, you're the expert kayaker.
That's true. Yeah, in the lake that I kayak in, I have never seen a great white shark.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good.
Every once in a while, a fish will jump out of the water, but that's it. It's dangerous,
Sorry,
isn't it?
I was trying to add a sense of danger to your kayaking experience.
That is dangerous. I wear safety goggles just in case
good.
I'm hit in the face. Kayaking
By a
is dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, my. That's awkward.
At my age, I can black out at any moment. You know that.
More than just pretty voices.
Is there like a gym man chair or spot on the couch at your house?
I'm not allowed to sit down at the house. I have to stand.
Okay. So you don't have like an assigned seat?
No, I don't. I wish I did.
My husband and I definitely have our designated spots on the couch.
I figured that.
But, some families... it's a very grandpa-ish thing to do. So you're not quite there yet, Jim. But it's, having that armchair that's only for grandpa, or the lazy boy or the comfy spot with the best view of the television. Well, there's this viral Facebook video that pokes fun at this idea. A little girl, she sits in the comfy armchair and her mom's like, "Honey, what are you doing? Sit on the couch next to me." Because she's warning her that that's Grandpa's seat. And suddenly a judge appears in the living room to hand down his sentence for sitting in Grandpa's chair.
Young lady, have you no respect for your elders? That there chair is the best in the house, and your granddaddy, by nature of his age, has earned his claim to the living room throne. Now, where do you expect him to sit? In that antique chair that's clearly for looking and not actually sitting? Now, I order you to vacate your claim to that chair immediately, and let this serve as an example to all of granddaddy's grandchildren.
But I'm the only grandchild.
Oh, well, never mind then. You can get away with whatever you want. Court rules in favor of the defendant. We're done here, boys.
So there's one loophole to the grandpa chair rule, and that's if you're an only grandchild, you're allowed to sit wherever you want.
Oh. So this is a real thing?
Yes, of course. Very
Wow.
official.
Man, I wish I did have a chair that I could sit down. I get tired of standing at the house. But there's a lot of us there.
You don't have time to put your feet up.
No, I don't.
You're a busy man.
I'm busy getting drinks and stuff and making sandwiches for them all. It is so sad in my life.
Rob, Allison, and Jim.
The sweetest text from Beverly. She says, Jim Man's voice sounds like a warm hug.
Thank you, Beverly.
Well, Jim, will you do us all a favor and give us a little squeeze? Or his morning crew on his radio.
You're so weird. Oh, I'm sorry. My mic was on, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Not you, Beverly. I'm talking about Allison.
I think everyone knew you were talking about
Okay,
me.
good.
No secret there.
Excellent. Well, let's talk about football now.
Okay.
Huh?
Let's do it.
Isn't that great? Because you love football.
I feel like you're hugging me.
Stacey LeMay. When he was just a young father, he's got 3 sons, Benjamin, Uriah, and Christian. He promised them when he turns 50, he was going to race them and beat them in a foot race.
Wow, that's a big promise.
So he's going to stay in shape, in other words. That's kind of something. It's probably a goal he set himself. Well, he just had his 50th birthday, and his 3 sons, they're not guys just sitting around on the couch watching TV. They were all of them All-American football players. So they're all in shape, and they're all still very young, obviously.
And they can probably run very fast.
Yes. But the dad, he is also apparently very fast, because the other day they got together on his birthday at the University of North Carolina in the Charlotte Stadium, and they raced. The family gathered, and they raced. Now, they did give him a 10-yard head start, but he's 50. But you know what? He beat him. He crossed that finish line first. They were catching up slowly, but my goodness, those guys are fast. But Dad at 50 was even faster. And he says this.
Well, it's not really a competition against my sons. It's a competition against the number 50. And so it's going to be good.
Not a competition?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know about that. He done talked it up to a competition.
Don't mess with me. Don't mess. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
Not a competition. You know it was a competition.
Yeah, all of a sudden he said, it's not really a competition. He was getting nervous, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's a pastor. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Now you do.
He's a buff pastor.
A buff pastor.
It does not look like he's 50.
Yeah, he's definitely in shape. I can't wait till I'm 50 and I can do stuff like that.
I was like 11 years ago.
Allison, I'm sorry.
But your voice sounds like a hug. So you got that going for you.
Yeah. I'm going to turn your mic off right now.
His morning crew.
Just a warning, I'm going to use my spooky voice. In the depths of Jim Man's closet.
Oh, no.
I'm sure he's hiding some of this year's hottest fashion trends. You didn't know that, did you?
Obviously, I'm hiding them if I'm not wearing them.
Do you remember shell suits from the 1980s?
No.
Come on. They went so well with the mullet that you rocked.
I didn't.
You had the matching tracksuit, top and bottom, that went when you walked?
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I was in college.
Well, then my dreams have been shattered.
Yes, I did.
Because that's how I picture you in the 80s.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, one of my, I just want you to know that they are back, so you can pull them out and not be ashamed, Jim Man. I can just totally see you rocking this trend. One of my first retail jobs was at Sears in the women's department. And this was when I was like 16, okay? So picture this. I had to wear pantyhose to work every day. That was the rule. And so I worked in the women's clothing department. This is the mid-90s. And we sold these. They were a hot item. But I will tell you, ours had shoulder pads in them. I don't know if the new version does. But ours had shoulder pads. And so when it was slow, don't tell anyone I'm telling you this, okay? Because this doesn't put me in the best light.
I won't tell anybody.
So when business was slow, like let's say I had to work on a Tuesday night and no one was at the mall, we would pick out outfits for each other and try them on in the fitting room. And inevitably, we would end up trying on one of these shell suits with the shoulder pads. And you guys, I kid you not, I put this on and it was like, I looked at myself in the mirror and suddenly I was like 50 years old. It was so weird. I'm 16, but this outfit, it does something to you.
I wish I was 50. Go ahead.
So yeah, you should wear it to make you look younger.
Man. Oh. That was funny. It was.
But if you're looking for something fun to do, go try on outfits at Sears.
On Tuesday nights, because nobody's there.
That's right.
Bet you were a fun employee.